Yes guys, welcome back to another Preset VIZE remake video. Today we're doing David Guetta's new banger, Crazy What Love Can Do, which features some really nice vocals from Ella Henderson and Becky Hill. So let's jump into the verses today and then do the chorus on Friday. So the verses in this song are actually quite empty. There's just like a couple of elements and it kind of builds up a bit more towards the build here. So the very first sound I can hear is a string sound, and what I've done here is layered up 2 E notes. I'm using this preset here called Rising String, and the sound in the original kind of evolves a bit, so it goes from being like a bit more of like a muffled string and then just opens up a little bit more as you get some more top end. So what I've done here is in the envelope, I think it's 3, I've just really cranked up the attack time to 12 seconds, and what this is doing is modulating the cutoff amount, so the whole cutoff just automates in 12 seconds.
Wrap me up in diamonds, cover me in gold.
So then we have this kind of vibey pad sound which just plays right at the start.
Wrap me up in diamonds, cover me.
So the preset for this is called Over the Rhys. You can get it in Main Stage Vol.1 and it's playing at a G5 note. So next up we've got these clap sounds which are introduced from Main Stage Vol.1, and these are being played throughout the whole song, so the whole kind of build intro section.
Wrap me up in diamonds, cover me in gold.
So you can already hear a bit of processing on these, and that's being done in the GW voice centric. So this sounds a bit like OTT, it gives it a bit more of a top end. Next up we move into the kind of build section here, and just before that there's this re-space which gets introduced. And this is a little bit different to normal where you'll start right at the beginning of the kind of progression. What we've got here is this sound but just cut at the end here.
Crazy what love can do, crazy what love can do.
So the preset for this is Rhys I Don't from Car Music Volume 4. So now we have a really small detail sound here, which is like a reverbed percussion sound. You'll hear it on its own here. Literally the only processing I've done on here is a free reverb where we turn the dry down and turn the wet up so you get like a background kind of stab. We've then got this disco stab sound, but I couldn't find it in any of the packs because it's quite like a niche kind of sound. So I had to go and grab it off Splice. So next up we've got the piano chords, which are quite a big part of this song. So you'll see the MIDI here, and this is how the actual MIDI looks. So this is how it sounds. And this sound is being made from 2 presets. So we've got the FLP's preset here on plain piano setting. But the only thing I've done is really boosted the overdrive and changed a couple of things here, so it gives it more of like an electric piano kind of sound. So we've got the M1 house split preset here. So on top of that we've got this. And if you don't have the M1 plugin, you can grab a one-shot. I think it's in Piano House Volume 1. So the processing on here gives it a really nice character, because again we're using the GW voice centric, a really legendary plugin. And we're just boosting the kind of glued sound with the intensity here. And then we've got some delay and doubler and reverb, so everything's being used. I've then got some OTT to really bring up the top end of the M1 piano. Then we've got some Lovefool, which I'll show the automation for in a minute. And then some kickstart on the 3-punch setting. So this is just being used lightly in the verses. So here's the automation for the piano low pass. As you'll see, just as it gets introduced, it's just slowly being low passed into the track. So now we've got some reverse crashes and normal crashes from Main Stage Vol.1. And then we've now got a snare build which I've done in the piano roll. So I'm automating the velocity here and also the cutoff frequency. So as you'll see, it starts quite cut off and then it will open up fully and then just cut off a little bit again at the end. So it doesn't sound so harsh right on the ending here. And before I forget, the sound I'm using is from Fish in the Lake Volume 2, it's Percussion number 2. And then we go here to this end bit here where we've got a clap fill. So where we've softened the snares, we get a little bit of space here where the claps just come in. And then we've got this tonal sweep here, which was pretty much bang on to the original. So this is from Main Stage Volume 1. I don't think I had to do much at all other than just pitch it up an octave. And then we head into this little pre-chorus bit here where it's just empty, but it kind of enters with this impact, which is just a really deep kind of sub-sound. And then now it's a case of just adding in some more noise sweep sounds. So to tie all of this in, we've got some Endless Smile, which is drowning out all the lows and adding some reverb. And that is essentially all of the elements covered for the verses and the builds. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already part of the channel, and you won't miss Friday's video where we do the chorus. But I'll stop talking, let's go and take a listen to the whole thing that we did today.
Wrap me up in diamonds, cover me in gold, but nothing they could buy me. that made my heart whole. Giving up on romance, then I found you. Ain't it crazy what love can do?